Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinate. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trill. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side boy, maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay. I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. Take it ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signing, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. If I say it twice and I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. You know co-sign and no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking, all right? So shout out to everybody who is in the building early. It is good to see each and every one of you. If you can hear me okay and everything looks and sounds good, please give me a thumbs up or radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or see me, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who is in the building early. All right. Shout out to my man, John Guillory. What's good with you, bro? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Good to see you as always. Shout out to my fellow Monolithian, Carlton Way. What's good with you, bro? Shout out to my man, Bronze the God. What's going on with it, bro? Shout out to Alonda. All right. It is good to see you guys. So, yeah, we about to talk about this. Tales from the Cryptocurrency Reloaded. How will Trump 2.0 impact your crypto wallet? All right. We got a couple things we got to talk about. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. What's good with it, bro? Couple things we got to talk about. I don't know if you guys saw that video that I posted earlier. It was called Eating Good Under Trump, right? In that video, we talked a little bit about BRICS, all right? And we got to bring it back to talking about BRICS. Now, this article is a little bit old, all right? I had this up for a minute because, you know, I've been trying to get through that migrant crisis stuff so I could get to this, all right? So we're going to take a look at this, right? We got two factors working on the Bitcoin price right now, which is great, right? Which is great. Two factors working on the Bitcoin price right now. We got the BRICS situation, and we got the strategic Bitcoin stockpile. All right. Now, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. If I'm not mistaken, I think Brooklyn Queen put this article in the Discord. All right. Brooklyn Queen put this article in the Discord, not this one right here, but the next one that we're going to read, because we're going to do a little bit of price gauging. All right. We're going to do a little bit of price gauging. I want to ask you guys this question. Where things are right now, do you all feel that the prices that we see right now are the new low? This is the new norm. If you think that this is the new norm, throw some money in the chat. Throw the money bags in the chat. If you guys think that there might be a crash back to the levels that we saw pre-election at some point, give me a thumbs down and let me know why. All right. There's no right answer. I have no idea. I'm just simply asking because I'm curious myself what you guys think. You know what I'm saying? BRICS seen supercharging Bitcoin price as dollar dominance erodes. Now you guys saw, right? Trump ain't gonna go out without a fight. You know, I don't know, again, if you guys didn't see the video that I posted on BLR1, right? But Trump said he gonna put 100% tariffs on BRICS nations if they come for the dollar. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, right? BRICS de-dollarization maneuver will benefit Bitcoin, says macro analyst Noel Atchison. Uncertainty is fueling the flight to hedge assets. Rising debt is pushing investors to Bitcoin and commodities. All right. Now, let me ask you guys this. How many people think that Bitcoin is being artificially restricted to under $100,000? Do you think that it's natural that Bitcoin hasn't reached $100,000 yet? If you guys think that it's being artificially subdued, then give me a thumbs up. If you guys think, nah, it's just not time yet, it's not just time yet, then give me a thumbs down. Me personally, I think that there's some market manipulation going on. But this is just speculation. You know what I'm saying? Now, you see this article right here on the side there, BlackRock and MicroStrategy seen sending Bitcoin at $200,000. All right. So again, these are just things that two different companies are doing that they believe are going to have a huge effect on Bitcoin as we see it right now. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Dwayne Rhodes. I agree 100%. This is a new economy. Tech is here to stay. Facts. Super facts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said not time yet. Yeah, you might be right, bro. You might be right. I just, it's just mind-boggling to me. With the just halting right, literally like right on the brink of 100,000. It's just wild. It's like, really, we can't get that little extra pump to just go like $100, $200 over at certain points in the day. Like, for real, it's getting right to 100,000, then it stopped. Right to 100 and stop. But that's why it's called resistance. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called resistance. So now here it says Bitcoin could get another massive macro boost triggered by the BRICS Club's attempt to dampen the dollar's primacy in international trade. BRICS is a geopolitical alliance of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and the United Arab Emirates were added to its ranks earlier this year. Together, the group accounts for over 1/3 of the global GDP. Now it wants to explore an alternative international payment system. Country delegates met this week and agreed to pursue a payment system that used their national currencies as a replacement for the dollar-based SWIFT. All right, now let me ask you guys this question. What is the dollar-based SWIFT? Does anybody know what a dollar-based SWIFT is? I agree 100%. If you guys agree with Win, Lose, or Rug, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Win, Lose, or Rug said emotions play a huge factor. 100K is a psychological number. Bro, once Bitcoin hits 100K, there'll be a lot, like mathematically, how it can be broken down very easily. Calculations will be able to be made very easily. You know, it'll be very interesting, right? Like Bitcoin at $100 is almost as monumental as George Washington to $1 and Benjamin Franklin to $100 for like the mathematical, quote unquote, psychological standpoint. You know what I'm saying? While Bitcoin is unlikely to be the currency that BRICS adapts, the cryptocurrency will still benefit, Noelle Atchison said in her Crypto is Macro Now newsletter. Bitcoin's narrative as a hedge against the dollar debasement will strengthen as weakening global demand for dollar-based trade at a time of increasing supply should pull the dollar down in relative terms, Atchison wrote. So now this is one of the things that Trump is going to have to deal with in the Trump 2.0 era. He's going to have to deal with this with these dollar issues. While BRICS nations, including China and India, have their own tussles, they also hold shared grievances with the United States. Their opposition to the West on geopolitical and economic issues could fuel the club's development of a dollar rival. Okay. Still, the dollar isn't expected to lose its global reserve currency status anytime soon. U.S. stocks account for almost 2/3 of the world's stock market value, and all but 2 of the 10 largest companies by market value are based there. Okay. Even Russian President Vladimir Putin admitted last week that it wasn't time for a common BRICS currency. All right. So now, if you ask me, this is one of the reasons why Trump went out on the ledge. Shout out to Tricky Nick. What's good with it, bro? This is why Trump went out on the ledge and made all of those statements, you know, with the 100% tariffs and all that. He made those statements about the 100% tariffs and all that because he know, you know what I'm saying? Like, BRICS ain't really trying to do nothing all like that. So, you know, I'm about to just blow some smoke just because I can right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get this off right now, so I'm about to get this off right now. You know what I'm saying? Still, even the perceived notion of such significant shifts in economic geopolitical realities could positively impact Bitcoin. Or, as Atchison puts it, the situation boosts demand for hedge assets. Now, let me ask you guys, I want you guys to make sure that you're paying attention here. We're talking about world leaders dealing with Bitcoin. Yet we still have internet leaders saying that Bitcoin is a scam. How does that work? We got to address that. That's got to get addressed. How does that work exactly? Somebody help me out with that. Bitcoin proponents often propose the digital asset can serve as a buffer against uncertainty, even with its volatile price movements. And again, I wouldn't say that Bitcoin has volatile price movements. Bitcoin would be volatile if it was completely unpredictable. I think that Bitcoin has enough literature about it, and there's enough analysis and enough speculation, and enough people have done enough studies. There's a pattern to Bitcoin's price movement. It's not really unpredictable. So if it's not really unpredictable, then that means that there's some level of control on the volatility. And shout out to Alonda. Alonda says SWIFT is a part of the global financial system. Facts. All right. They made similar arguments for Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation due to its scarcity and its perceived independence from mainstream markets. Recently, some proponents have backed the claim by saying the rising debt burden occasioned by monetary policy steps to curb inflation in the U.S. has upped Bitcoin's profile as a suitable hedge asset. This week, billionaire investor Paul Tudor Jones raised concerns over the U.S. national debt, which is almost at par with its gross domestic product. Jones said assets like gold and Bitcoin are a better investment strategy than bonds in the current economic climate. Now, who you guys going to believe? Some billionaire investor or YouTubers? Sorry. I'm going to believe the billionaire investor. And I'm going to believe my own investment knowledge that I have in dealing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the future, period. You know what I'm saying? Anything else is futile. Anything else is futile. You know what I'm saying? Now, people can go have a temper tantrum about it, right? Now, let's check this out. U.S. government, right? Look what the U.S. government did. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen, right? Because Brooklyn Queen is the one, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Brooklyn Queen put this in the Discord. And if you guys aren't a part of the Discord, make sure you guys hit the link and join the Discord, all right? U.S. government transfers $1.9 billion in Bitcoin to Coinbase Prime. It's a scam. It's a scam. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? This is pretty impressive, isn't it? Now, you guys know they say that the United States, there's a plan to create a strategic, right? A strategic Bitcoin reserve. That's one of the alleged plans that's supposed to be popping off pretty soon. Creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. What do you guys think that this strategic Bitcoin reserve is going to do to the Bitcoin price? Here's an even better question. Oh my goodness. Bitcoin is at like $97,000. Maybe I just shouldn't get any. What do you guys think about that? Is that how people should move or no? Let me know. U.S. government transfers $1.9 billion in Bitcoin to Coinbase Prime. Government's crypto strategy impacts market sentiment amid large-scale Bitcoin transfers. A crypto wallet linked to the U.S. government just transferred approximately 20,000 Bitcoin, valued at $1.9 million, to Coinbase, according to data tracked by Arkham Intelligence. What does that mean exactly? Yeah, facts. Shout out to Dwayne. Dwayne says they're trying to control the distribution, claim their corner on the blockchain. Facts. If you guys agree with Dwayne, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Facts. The wallet's Bitcoin holdings are linked to the seizures of assets from Silk Road, a notorious dark web marketplace that facilitated illegal drug and weapons trades before its shutdown in 2013. At the time of reporting, the U.S. authorities still hold around $18 billion worth of Bitcoin, alongside other crypto assets like Ethereum, approximately $217 million, and U.S. dollar Tether, around $122 million. Now, simply because I said U.S. dollar Tether, you know what I'm saying, a lot of them people that don't like Black Americans and a lot of them people that, you know what I'm saying, they gonna come for me. Talk about I'm spitting xenophobia over here. But nah, I'm talking crypto scams over here. You got the wrong guy. You got the wrong guy. You got the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? This is the crypto coon. You know what I'm saying? This is the crypto coon over here. This ain't the xenophobia dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they doing tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Bro, facts. They sitting on free money that they seized. Crazy. And didn't tell nobody about it. Didn't tell nobody about it. Shout out to Tricky Nick. Tricky Nick said, I'm mad at myself because I found out about Bitcoin as a kid when it was cheap. Could have been a millionaire by now. Could have been a billionaire. Could have been house. You know what I'm saying? Could have been house. One by one, all y'all ninjas getting kicked out. Right?
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Could have been house. One by one, all y'all ninjas getting kicked out. You know what I'm saying? The recent transaction was executed in two parts, starting with the test transfer of 0.001 Bitcoin, valued at $97. They wanted to make sure they didn't lose none, to a Coinbase Prime deposit address, followed by a larger transfer of 19,800 Bitcoin, approximately $1.9 billion, to an intermediary wallet before reaching Coinbase. Wow. Y'all remember Joey from Blossom? Wow. What do you used to say? Whoa. Man, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. These transfers reportedly sent, hold on real quick. These transfers follow a previous movement in late August when the government reportedly sent 10,000 Bitcoin worth approximately $600 million to Coinbase from the same wallet. Bitcoin's price dropped to $96,200 following the transfer, according to CoinGecko data, which, you know, I mean, that kind of makes sense because Bitcoin going back into the supply, right? As you guys can see down here, look at this. XRP hits $100 billion market cap for the first time since 2018. XRP is on a tear. Look at this. We may as well hit this article. I hadn't planned on doing this, right? But we may as well talk about this. I think there's actually another associated article that I might have that's that talks about the same thing. So I'm gonna move this over here. And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have not smashed the like button, please take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you have not hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right. Look at this. MicroStrategy acquires another 15,400 Bitcoin, boosts total holdings to $38 billion. Why do these people that have so much money keep buying all this Bitcoin? Man, XRP bag looking beautiful, bro. Looking beautiful. Looking XRP bag looking like a modern woman. You know what I'm saying? XRP bag looking like a bad girl going worse, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? The latest purchase marks MicroStrategy's fourth straight week of major Bitcoin acquisitions. All right. So let me see what they got over here. MicroStrategy spent another $1.5 billion acquiring 15,400 Bitcoin, according to a Monday announcement. MicroStrategy's total Bitcoin holdings now stand, look at this, look at how much money they got. MicroStrategy's total Bitcoin holdings now stand at 402,100 Bitcoin, valued at approximately $38 billion. Listen, man, I'm about to tell y'all something, man. Going forward, probably starting in 2030, millionaires will be the new middle class. Don't be a part of that. If you guys agree, probably moving forward, probably moving into 2030, which most of us will still be alive in, millionaires will be the new middle class. Not only will millionaires be the new middle class, for real, millionaires might be the new working poor. You know what I'm saying? Millionaires might just mess around and be the new working poor. Shout out to AW1. What's good with you, bro? MicroStrategy, the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin, said Monday it had purchased another 15,400 Bitcoin worth $1.5 billion at an average price of $95,976 per coin, boosting the company's total Bitcoin stash to 402,100 Bitcoin, valued at approximately $38 billion at current market prices. Okay. According to a Form K-8 filing with the SEC, the business intelligence firm funded the purchase through a combination of issuing and selling shares. MicroStrategies entered into a sales agreement to sell up to $21 billion worth of its common stock. During the period between November 25th, 24th, December 1st, 2024, the company sold $1.48 billion worth of shares using the proceeds to acquire Bitcoin. It is MicroStrategy's fourth consecutive week of major Bitcoin purchases, following last week's purchase of 55,500 Bitcoin for roughly $5.4 billion at an average price of $97,862 per coin, and the previous week's purchase of $4.6 billion. The company's quote-unquote Bitcoin yield metric, which measures the percentage change in Bitcoin holdings relative to diluted shares, reached 63% year-to-date as of December 2nd. All right, now, do you guys see this metric? Remember how I said we have to create our own data? MicroStrategies created their own data. You see that? They have their own measurement. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all have any amount of liquid cash? If you keep liquid cash, just cash that's available, it's not locked up in a bank or not locked up in Bitcoin or not locked up in cryptocurrency. If you hold your money, some percentage of your money in that way, give me a thumbs up. If you do not, then give me a thumbs down. The reason why I'm asking is because I'm just curious, do you ever compare how much money you hold on average versus how much money you have where it's appreciating? Because, see, believe it or not, I do. I keep track of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I keep track of that kind of stuff. MicroStrategies continues Bitcoin buying streak. 15,400 Bitcoin added this Monday. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. Over the next 4-year period, where do you see the largest gains at? I told you guys what my plan is. And my plans they're subject to change. They could be adjusted, right? It's not locked into stone. But where do you all see the biggest gains? Now, you guys remember I had told you guys when I had planned on, aggressively buying Avalanche, right? How many people have been paying attention to what Avalanche has been doing? Avalanche has been doing pretty good. I had Litecoin that I was sitting on, had no idea that Litecoin was doing good until I got some notifications on my phone, looked at my Litecoin wallet, and was pleasantly surprised. If I'm not mistaken, I think Litecoin went up, I don't know, maybe 30% in the last 2 or 3 days. It's over $100 now, over $130 now, if I'm not mistaken. Out of nowhere, right? As November concludes and December begins, business intelligence firm MicroStrategies has significantly accelerated its Bitcoin acquisitions, slightly surpassing the milestone of 400,000 Bitcoin in its portfolio. This purchase surge comes just over a month after the company announced ambiguous plans to raise $21 billion through stock sales to fund additional Bitcoin acquisitions. Now, this $21 billion of stock sales through Bitcoin acquisitions, that $21 billion, I'm telling you, is a control number, and that $21 billion is linked in some way to the fact that there's 21 million Bitcoin. They've calculated all of this stuff. Don't make no mistake, none of these numbers are arbitrary. They all have a meaning. In the past week alone, MicroStrategy sold 3.7 million MicroStrategy shares, generating approximately $1.5 billion in proceeds, which were promptly reinvested into Bitcoin. This marks the fourth consecutive week of Bitcoin purchases by the company. Okay. Now, look at this. Do you guys want to hear about Ripple? XRP reaches 6-year high. Whales and STH accumulate together. All right. If you guys want to hear about XRP, let me know. According to Bloomberg data, MicroStrategy has approximately 11.3 billion remaining in stock issuance under its at-the-market share program. This initiative is part of a broader goal to reach $21 billion in funding through fixed income securities by 2027. Now, I want you guys to hear me out here. How we talk in the Discord, right? And how I keep telling people, yeah, I have this goal. Everybody who deals with us, I want us to make $1 million at the very least using what we do here by the end of the Trump presidency, right? Now, that might seem crazy. That might seem like a wild goal. That might seem like it's impossible. First and foremost, it's not, right? First and foremost, it's not wild. It's not impossible. It's easy. There's literally nobody stopping us from doing it, right? And that is a small fry goal compared to what these people are doing. 2027, all right? They want to reach $21 billion through stock issuance. And then when they get the cash for the stock, buying Bitcoin with it. Facts. If you guys, shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said, bro, if billionaires are buying Bitcoin at these prices, so am I. Exactly. Facts. And then, we deal with other things that these people don't deal with. You know what I'm saying? We looking at the degen plays, the meme coins. I don't know if anybody saw, but on crypto.com, they just put together these mini portfolios called baskets. You know what I'm saying? Like the opportunities are endless. And it's getting to the point now where, especially places like crypto.com, they're making it where, for the most part, everything is automated. They're making it, for the most part, where everything is automated. Okay? The most recent filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission shows that the company acquired 15,400 Bitcoin from November 25th to December 1st at an average price of about $95,976 per token. Since November 11th, the company has invested over $13.5 billion in Bitcoin in 3 batches, bringing its total holdings to approximately $38 billion or 402,100 Bitcoin as of today, at an average price of $56,658 per coin. And that's at a price that's that average. That's still good. That's still a good average price. You can't beat that. That is not a bad price at all. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. We got 16 people watching. We got 16 likes. That's definitely what's up. Make sure you guys throw that 100 in the chat, because we are on the 1-to-1 ratio. Yeah, I heard about that. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said Michael Saylor of MicroStrategies had a sit down with Microsoft to explain the Bitcoin buying method. Yeah. You got him doing that. And then you got other people saying that it's a scam. You know what I'm saying? MicroStrategy's aggressive purchasing strategy has attracted attention from other companies looking to replicate its success. For instance, Mara Holdings, a cryptocurrency mining company, announced on Monday that it had acquired $618 million worth of Bitcoin over the past 2 months. The company is also pursuing a $700 million convertible senior note offering, with plans to allocate some of the net proceeds towards further Bitcoin purchases. The trend is notable, particularly as crypto mining stocks have suggested this year, especially after the halving of Bitcoin rewards in April. This event has prompted miners like Mara to adopt a treasury strategy focused on accumulating Bitcoin rather than selling it. So this is just old school HODL. Nothing has changed. Ain't a damn thing changed. All this is just technical terms around what we used to do called HODL. That's the whole idea. The whole idea is to get as much cryptocurrency as you can right now, because believe it or not, the cryptocurrency market in terms of world market share of any type of economic product is still microscopic. The company Tesla has a larger market share than the entire cryptocurrency market, which means that if you get in and get a good amount now and hold on to it, when the cryptocurrency market starts to even out and catch up with the rest of the market shares, you are in good position. You know what I'm saying? But, whatever. Just, whatever. Despite experiencing a 44% drop earlier this year, Mara shares have rebounded and are currently up 8% year to date. Similarly, Riot Platforms, another mining company, has announced plans to temporarily halt the sale of mined Bitcoin to increase its holdings after seeing the share value drop 20% this year, following a significant 59% drop in September. So I want you guys to pay very close attention to that, man. That right there is definitely a sign of the supply shock. That is definitely a sign of the supply shock. If you guys would agree, that is indicative of the supply shock, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree and you do not think that that is indicative of the supply shock, then give me a thumbs down. When the people that are the producers no longer want to sell what they produce, they want to produce and hold, that should tell the person with common sense something. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to AW1. AW1 said, when you can, check out this video by NBA legend Vernon Maxwell. It's funny. All right, I'll check it out, bro. Win Loser Rug said, Riot might be a nice stock to add to the port. Bro, all of these places that mine and hold Bitcoin, all of them, every single one of them. We watching them all like a hawk. Put them on your notifications on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Definitely put them on your notifications on your phone. So now all of this stuff that MicroStrategies is doing and, all of these other companies, what is this doing to the price of Bitcoin? What is that doing to the price of Bitcoin? We're going to take a quick look at this video. All right, we're going to take a quick look at this video. Now, mind you, this video is old. This is an old video right here that we about to watch. Now, this video is from 12 days ago. All right. Now, it's been some changes, right? But not really anything significant. And as long as you keep in mind that this is an old video from 12 days ago, it'll help put things into perspective, right? It'll help put things into perspective. But we're going to talk about this real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Hold up. All right, here we go. Now, this is on Fox News. They're talking about Trump and Trump's involvement with crypto. And we're gonna get to that a little bit later in the stream. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to that a little bit later in the stream. Shout out to Alpha Male Pimp Network. Alpha Male Pimp Network says, question, is the article stating that it doesn't make a difference which digital currency we place our stock in as long as it's a digital currency? No. No. You know what I'm saying? No, it absolutely makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said, we got to make a BLR watch list for stocks and cryptos. Facts. Bro, I got one. I'll throw my list into the Discord. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw my list into the Discord. Alpha Male Pimp Network says, for example, should we place stocks in the renminbi or the ruble? I don't invest in foreign exchange, bro. So I wouldn't be the person to ask about that. I don't make any type of investments into fiat currencies So I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do with none of that. You know what I'm saying? So let's check this out real quick.
Bitcoin has been on fire. Take a look at Bitcoin this morning at 93,761, the cryptocurrency touching a new all-time high of about $94,000 yesterday. As the Trump rally continues, Trump Media and Technology Group also reportedly in advanced talks to acquire crypto exchange Bakkt. Bakkt says it does not comment on, quote, market rumors or speculation. The acquisition would mark Trump's latest move into the world.
And real quick, shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media.
Crypto after promising to explore crypto-friendly policies on the campaign trail. Joining me now is the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse. Brad, great to see you.
Now, do you guys remember? I did all of those videos. Shout out to Carlton, shout out to Win Lose a Rug, shout out to John Guillory, shout out to AB Promotions, Brooklyn Queen. I did all those videos. Remember all of those videos that I did when I showed all of the things that Trump said that he would lay out for the cryptocurrency community. Those was the videos that I did that got the least viewership. Those videos got the least viewership, and cryptocurrency has reacted the most quickly and most beneficial to the Trump presidency. I just think that that's an interesting little metric. I just think that that's an interesting little metric. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks so much for being here. Tell us how Ripple fits into this whole crypto framework that we're actually understanding better and better recently.
So from the earliest days, Ripple has been focused on solving the problem around cross-border payments. It's slow, it's expensive, and we use a digital asset called XRP to help speed that up, make it very inexpensive and very reliable. But the challenge, as you know...
Now, shout out to, he just mentioned XRP, right? Shout out, he just mentioned XRP. Now, let me ask you guys this question. What amount of growth do people who are holding XRP, what amount of growth have you seen from pre-election to post-election? Let me know.
Well, as the U.S. has had this very hostile, the Biden administration has been waging a war on crypto, and I think an unlawful war. Courts have agreed with us on that. And we're finally seeing that kind of unlocked in a Trump embraced crypto and crypto embraced Trump. And I think we're seeing that reflect in kind of how the markets have reacted since the election.
So for Ripple, do you think that this also unlocks new revenue opportunities for you in the U.S.? Because I know the customer base is largely outside the U.S.
I would say that we've already seen the evidence of the unlocking of the U.S. customer base with Ripple. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. 136% return on my initial investment. I don't know what can you shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Throw some flames, some money bags in the chat for Win Lose a Rug. Remember when I did the live stream and I was talking about the tech conference that JD Vance had, and you know what I'm saying, all of the Memphis, the Bitcoin conference was in Memphis. Who was talking about the Bitcoin conference in Memphis? This is stuff that was going on during the election. But a lot of people were busy gender warizing the election. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, just couldn't get past the Kamala Harris collard greens and all that. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, it was cool one time, but you know what I'm saying? Like, to talk about the shit the entire time and there's other stuff going on. Kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? And no one was really talking about this. And then, you know, the people was throwing shade at cryptocurrency and all of that. And, you know, the Bitcoin shade, people making false claims, saying that some arbitrary people said something about getting reparations in Bitcoin, which no person ever said in their entire life ever. And in all of that, no one talked about this, and I kept talking about the crypto tangibles. Hey, we got the crypto tangibles. You know what I'm saying? Right. Shout out to TD Media. TD said ninjas crying about the racial wealth gap, but not investing in crypto are unserious and retarded. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. So now you know what will happen because we're saying this. Next, it'll be the exaggeration. Well, then you got some people on YouTube that are saying Trump closed the racial wealth gap with cryptocurrency. Yeah, nobody said that. Nobody said that. Just like nobody said anybody should get any reparations in Bitcoin. Nobody said that either. Literally nobody said that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Facts. Crypto became right wing. When crypto became right wing, I said, shit, let me buy Pepe real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me buy a little bit of Pepe real quick. Now, I shout out to the Discord and shout out to TD because I talked to TD about this briefly, right? And we've been talking about it in the Discord. I sold on my Ripple way back when Ripple had went up to about $4 a coin. Way back in the day, like way back in like 2017 or 2018. I can't remember exactly which one it was, right? But I just recently bought some more because Ripple was part of what I said that I'm going to start buying aggressively, right? I had a little bit extra money. I bought $10 worth of Ripple. I want to say like last week, maybe about a week and a half ago. It's already doubled. I spent $15 and I now have $32 in that particular area of investment. People said that they didn't have time. You know what I'm saying? I calculated how long it took me to do the transaction. It took me about 15 seconds. I'm just saying.
You're exactly right. You know, the United States SEC filed a lawsuit about what is XRP 4 years ago. And so it kind of froze the U.S. market opportunity for us. You know, if you're a U.S. bank or U.S. financial institution, you're like, let's just wait and see how this plays out. So 95% of our customers are outside the United States. And finally, I think we're at a point where we can actually see growth and see the crypto industry thrive here in the United States. The largest economy in the world has really been leaning out of the crypto economy.
And giving it up to China.
There's no question. Like, it's growing in the UK, it's growing in Japan, it's growing in Switzerland. And these are big economies that are leaning, you know, the US really has been the outlier in many ways.
Yeah, it's a great point. So talk to us about your outlook for crypto under the Trump administration and this deregulation that Trump is underway, thinking about it, talking about. Look, he's been putting together a cabinet. We still don't have his idea on a Securities and Exchange Commission.
Facts. If you guys agree with TD, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. TD said STFU about reparations. If you're speaking down on crypto, you fools are false and want to keep you broke and depending on them. Hit the Cash App. Hit the GoFundMe family. GTFOH. Super facts. Super facts. Super duper facts. Super facts. Super facts. Yeah, shout out to Carlton. People, throw the monoliths in the chat. People are waiting for a leader to tell them to buy crypto. Yeah, man, what? It's crazy to me that people will give people money before they do something for themselves. Go buy yourself some Bitcoin. Now I'm gonna give this person my money. Man, you crazy. Couldn't be me.
Ed, TFTC head, all of these agencies want a piece of you, want a piece of the crypto industry. They all want to have some kind of a regulatory, role here. Do you think you get more clarity under the Trump administration?
So now here's my question: because the crypto wealth transfer is not done, it really, for real, to be honest, hasn't even begun. It's still in the early phases. Like I said, it's companies on the S&P 500, you know what I'm saying, that have larger market shares than the entire cryptocurrency market, right? So when the wealth transfer from traditional markets to crypto does occur and entire droves of people are left out, who's going to get the blame for it is what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Who's going to be blamed for it? Whose fault will it be?
Who's running things?
Yes, we want them to have a role. And as you know well, one of the biggest problems the crypto industry has had isn't the idea there's too much regulation. It's just the regulation is not even clear. We're trying to apply laws from literally 1946, a famous Supreme Court case called the Howey test. So we're trying to apply that to a digital asset industry that's...
Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said WS will be blamed. Probably. If you guys agree with Carlton, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said that's when the pro-black Talkin pipeline will expose himself. Bro, facts. Facts. Yeah. Shout out to TD. Bro, facts. And then just waiting on their false YouTube idols to tell them to buy crypto while intentionally ignoring Robb's videos like this one here. At the same time, instead of spending money, you can make yourself some money. Like you could have bought yourself some Ripple last week and doubled what you put in. I'll never get it. I'll never get it, man. I swear I'll never get it. I'll never get it. You know what I'm saying?
It's been developed in the last 10, 15, 20 years. And so it just doesn't fit. And I think as we bring this new, really the Trump cabinet to bear, getting those clear rules, which we've been asking for under the Biden administration for years, I think we're finally going to get that clarity, which will help the U.S. lead again. And I think
now, and then you got people, on YouTube that are sitting there, maybe you didn't vote, right? Maybe you're somebody like me. I didn't vote, but I positioned myself to be able to maneuver with either candidate who would be in office. And this is why I tell people, okay, well, if you're not going to vote, still pay attention to what you can exploit where. Let me ask you guys this question. Do you all think that the people that get exploited because they're not looking for opportunities for them to exploit? They're not looking for exploitation opportunities? Somebody make it make sense. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said WS kept black folks from assessing crypto, but it didn't stop them from getting right. And the apartheid guy runs Twitter though, bro. The apartheid dude runs Twitter, but he sure ain't stopping them from getting on Twitter and putting all the business out though. That's facts. Shout out to TD. TD said you had like 44, 50 people in this stream on the same channel. Like what, a day or two ago, started talking crypto, and you only got 13. Because I'm telling you, bro, the stuff that people claim that they want, they absolutely do not want it. They do not want it. They do not want it. You know what I'm saying? And I am going to keep saying that until the data changes. You know what I'm saying?
Trump talked about making America great again. I think he's going to make crypto great again in the United States.
No,
he already did that. If nothing else happens with crypto, if nothing else happens, he's literally, quote unquote, already made crypto great again, because most cryptos are at all-time highs simply from him being in office. So he might not do one more thing ever after January 20th for or about crypto. Him simply winning the election has already brought Bitcoin to an all-time high. Just saying.
More in terms of the U.S. role in that. Trump reportedly meeting privately with the CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, on Monday to discuss key appointments for the second Trump administration. So
now, shout out to Win Loser Rug. What do you think about the Coinbase stock? How many people think that Coinbase would not be a bad idea to keep an eye on Coinbase stock? Because if I'm not mistaken, the number of downloads of Coinbase has dramatically increased since the Bitcoin price has gone to $100,000.
Fox Business's Edward Lawrence spoke to Coinbase chief policy officer about that meeting. Watch this.
We're gratified by the degree that the Trump team has had an open door with us and given us an opportunity to talk about our vision about crypto and to see them ultimately adopt much of
Shout out to Jay Bird. What's good with you, bro?
We're very excited to do our part to fulfill the president's vision of making the U.S. a crypto and digital asset leader of the world. There's a lot of work to be done. There was a lot of damage done over the last 4 years that all of us in the industry and working with our policymakers can kind of get going on to restore the U.S.'s position as a global leader.
Well, I'll tell you, I think it would speak volumes if Trump put in a crypto expert in the SEC. That would be unbelievable. Or CFTC. Where's Coinbase?
Now, before we're gonna stop this video real quick, briefly, right? And we're gonna come back to it. And the reason why is because she mentioned a quote unquote crypto expert. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people are familiar with the idea that there may be a quote-unquote crypto czar? If you guys heard that there may be a crypto czar, give me a thumbs up. If you guys did not hear that there might be a crypto czar, then give me a thumbs down. Donald Trump could create first crypto czar. Okay? They talking about making a crypto czar. I'm sure it's to make sure that nobody get, I'm sure the whole purpose of this thing is to make sure that no one gets scammed and such.
The president-elect also considering adding a new position to his administration, a first ever crypto czar. This role would oversee cryptocurrency policy and regulation and act as a liaison between Congress and the White House. Trump's top team meeting with
Right.
Bitcoin and crypto experts
You understand?
to discuss this role. Now, Trump has several and create a Bitcoin strategic reserve. News Nation's Robert Sherman is following the Trump camp, joins us live from outside of Mar-a-Lago there. Robert,
That is huge. That is huge. And that kind of content was completely left out of the discussion purposely during the 2024 election season. It was purposely and strategically ignored. And people were directed away from people's channels who were discussing that kind of stuff.
what would a crypto czar role look like in this new administration?
Yeah, we are certainly in new territory now, Nicole. This is something that we have never really seen before from a presidential administration. And obviously, this is all very much so in the early stages, with Bloomberg reporting that a lot of these conversations are in their initial processes. And there's still discussions about whether this would be a specific White House administrative role or more of a czar position, which is more colloquial for someone being some spearhead topic here, is that the president-elect has spoken very, very positively.
Now, let me ask you guys this. How many people covered Trump talking at this cryptocurrency, this Bitcoin conference in Nashville? I know I talked about it. There was also one in California. I talked about that. JD Vance was there. No one else talked about it. But they called it election coverage. People got to demand better.
Summer, this is what he had to say. Take a listen.
If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be my.
How does anybody with a half of a lobe of a brain in their head listen to somebody say something like this right here and continue to push the narrative that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are a scam and there's no place in the world for crypto and Bitcoin, and just don't pay attention to it? How? This is the individual that's about to be the next president. Unbelievable.
I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going.
Right. Look, shout out to Carlton. Carlton said everyone else is stuck on Kamala Harris's lack of blackness while not addressing Trump's lack of blackness. You know what I'm saying? Right. Shout out to TD. TD said Trump is literally giving away money and ninjas don't see it. I don't know, bro. Listen, hey, I tell you what, keep not seeing it because I'm gonna pick it all up. Shout out to the Black Light Discord. We're gonna pick it all up.
To the moon. I want America to be the nation that leads the way, and that's what's going to happen. No, you're going to be very happy with me.
And don't look now, but look at the price.
He said you're gonna be very happy with me. Listen, I don't know about all that, but I tell you what, though, I'm happy what your election did for my cryptocurrency wallet. I'll give you that. I will give you that.
The Bitcoin and just the last month there, really skyrocketing ever since the election. And that's largely.
Look at this wealth transfer that people were directed to purposely ignore. You could have started out on November 4th with about $65,000 and could possibly have $96,000 right now. Look at the picture. Look at the picture. Shout out to Jay Bird. Jay Bird says, so with him saying, do you think they will go through with that Fed coin they were talking about a few years ago? I believe that Kamala Harris's administration were the ones who were interested in doing a central bank digital currency, which is what the Fed coin is. I think that Trump was against a central bank digital currency. So I don't know if that, I don't think that that's going to go forward with the Trump administration. It could, you know, these things are always subject to change, but currently the way things are, I don't think so.
Because there are a lot of cryptocurrency favorable to Bitcoin and to cryptocurrency in the future. But of course, very early stages here, Nicole, and very much so in uncharted waters on this front. Nicole.
Yeah, so speaking of that uncharted waters, Robert, Democratic lawmakers kind of trying to make a last-second push on the issue of cryptocurrency. What more can you tell us about that?
See that? Democratic lawmakers making a last-second push at the issue of cryptocurrency. Now, let me ask you guys this. When it came to Kamala Harris, what was Kamala Harris's talking points about cryptocurrency? Or what did she say that she was going to do? What were her plans?
Currency. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I mean, especially when you look at Senator Debbie Stabenow from the state of Michigan, she's been trying to push cryptocurrency legislation since this summer and has encountered some blocks both from with her own party, looking for ways to offer regulations and consumer protections, trying to make a push here, according to Politico, before the new session come to effect and Republicans take the majority in the Senate. Obviously, the clock is ticking.
Look, see, that's the look, that's the benefit of having an inside guy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TD. TD said conservative/Republicans currently oppose CBDC. Trust me, I know. That's the benefits of having an inside guy. You know what I'm saying?
So not a lot of time to be working with here, but this is something that people have been talking about in the United States Senate. There's just not a lot of legislation on this right now because, again, very uncharted waters that we're all navigating right now.
All right, so there's that. So yeah, so they're talking about a possible crypto czar position. Who knows if there'll actually be one? But the fact that that discussion is being brought up is pretty favorable to Bitcoin because it shows an increased interest, right? Which means that the United States is possibly, they probably already have, right? But possibly peeping out some use cases for Bitcoin, which we all know there's massive amounts of use cases for Bitcoin.
I mean, Coinbase has been a really important voice in this. I think, you know, three key players came together during this election cycle. Coinbase, Ripple, and Andreessen Horowitz came together to really make sure that crypto was front foot on the agenda. And I think we will get someone at the SEC who is very familiar with crypto. You know, there's a couple names still in the mix that I think are very strong candidates. And the nice thing is these are people who don't go in with a, we're going to attack this industry. And it really did turn out to be, at a minimum, unethical and a maximum unlawful. And again, federal courts are saying that, not just Brad Garlinghouse.
Right. And Trump has talked about the stablecoin industry as well. You're about to launch a stablecoin. Is that right?
We are indeed. Ripple announced not too long ago, we're announcing something called RLUSD or Ripple USD. The stablecoin market now is 170, about $180 billion. And the largest player is called Tether. We think there's an opportunity for the Ripple.
There you go. That'll get some people in here. He said Tether.
Not too long ago, we're announcing something called RLUSD or Ripple USD. The stablecoin now is $170 billion. And the largest player is called Tether.
There you go. That'll get some folks in here. hey, that'll get some people in here.
We think there's an opportunity for the Ripple of the world, we're an institutional use case, selling into banks, solving that cross-border, and really making payments cheaper, faster. We think this is a perfect use case of these technologies.
I can understand because slowly but surely you're seeing financial services get it. and start implementing crypto stablecoins in their businesses. Trump, of course, has vowed to fire SEC Chairman Gary Gensler on day one. I said day one. And Gensler has recently signaled that he may soon resign after President-elect Trump's massive election win. Here's a look at some of the rumored contenders Trump is considering for the chairman of the SEC, Brad. And I want to get your take on what's the most important thing that person should do in the early days of this new role at the SEC, should one of these folks get them?
I think working with Congress and identifying here's the gaps in the existing laws that create the confusion. I think, I don't know all those candidates personally, but there's a bunch of very strong candidates that I think are going to pretend that rules are clear. Guarantee security. So to me, it's just this, head in the sand. It's a new dawn for crypto in the United States, and I think we really can make this the heartbeat of the crypto and blockchain industry in the next 5 or 10 years.
For so many people, they feel like the people who are writing these rules, writing the framework for crypto, actually don't understand it. I mean,
shout out to Jay Bird. Jay Bird said, "What's the ticker symbol for Tether?" I think it's just I'm not sure. I think it's just TET, but you really don't need a ticker for Tether for real, because it's just a stable coin. You know what I'm saying? It's a stable coin. There's really like no investment value in it. It just stays at $1. It's a cryptocurrency that's pegged to the United States dollar value. So, it's really a better, like a payment vehicle more so than like a quote unquote investment or like a stabilizer, so to speak.
Do you think Gary Gensler actually understands the crypto business?
One of the most frustrating things about Gary Gensler, he actually taught classes at MIT about crypto.
Yeah, there it is. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said it's USDT. See, the one that I use is USDC. I use US dollar coin. I don't really use Tether all like that. I use US dollar coin.
And if you watch the videos of him teaching these classes, and then you listen to him after,
I'm not trying to be funny, but it's undoubtable that he one of them folks. It's undoubtable that he one of them folks. Now, if he heard me say that, he'll start crying.
You cheated! I'm going to tell on you!
He'll have a whole crash out.
You cheated! I'm going to tell on
after he became the chair of the SEC under Elizabeth Warren's kind of guidance.
I see where you're going.
So
he understands, but he's political.
Extremely. And hypocritical.
Yeah.
Literally the federal courts were calling the SEC under his leadership, these are exact quotes, arbitrary and capricious, failing to follow a faithful allegiance to the law.
Wow.
They were even sanctioned in one case in Utah. The SEC was sanctioned by a federal judge. This is not what we want from our government institutions, to work for the people and to actually protect investors.
All right, we will leave it there. Brad, great to see you.
Great to see you.
Now, let me ask you guys this question. We're going to take a look at this next video, right? This next video discusses Biden and his antagonism toward cryptocurrency. Now, I've done videos about Biden and his antagonism toward cryptocurrency, right? Can't guarantee if anybody looked at them or not, right? But they're there. They're up. Did one about Elizabeth Warren and all of her nonsense with cryptocurrency too. Now, if people are concerned about improving their wealth, I don't understand why they are supporting these people who are so antagonistic towards improving your financial holdings. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And this is what I'm talking about the lack of requirement on anything making sense. You know what I'm saying?
Co-host of the Big Money Show, and John Carney, economic and finance editor at Breitbart News, co-author of the Breitbart Business Digest. Thank you, kids. Appreciate it. Taylor, You had minutes, a hell of a rally. Really. I mean, really, let's do stocks first. We'll get to Bitcoin.
I know when you say a rally, I don't know which rally you're talking about, Larry, because we've been doing Bitcoin all day. But let's talk about the broader stock market, right? Some of this could be NVIDIA, which, again, reported incredible earnings last night. Revenue goes up 94%. Profit doubles. It goes up 100%. But this is broader based than you just say. It's that Trump rally. This is so similar to what we had in 2016. Small caps, right? The domestically focused companies that don't sell goods overseas, but are so tied to the strength of the U.S. economy and a strong dollar. That's why the small caps, as you mentioned in the riff, has also done well. So I think this is more than just a big tech story in NVIDIA AI story. This is sort of this broader relief rally that we have common sense back in the White House. We have maybe lower interest rates, again, fueling this. And we'll have to see how companies can react and boost up profits, and hopefully return some of those profits to employees and shareholders.
Yes, they will. It can happen again. You can't have them making money with profits. John Carney, let's dwell a moment on the Bitcoin story. All right. So Mr. Trump made it very clear during the campaign.
I got to ask you guys this question. We got to ask this question. Why do you think so many people are so scared of talking about money? You guys got to let me know. What do you think? What's the cause? Where does it come from? What is the roots of it?
The cryptocurrency guy. All right. As Charlie Gasparino reported, and perhaps others, there may be a cryptocurrency czar in the White House. Maybe not, but it's a possibility. Anyway, everybody knows he favors that. That's one important point. And so Bitcoin keeps rising. Now, there may be other reasons, and I'm not sure I really understand all Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but maybe you'll both give me some wisdom. You first, John.
Sure. The Biden administration was really antagonistic to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in particular. They were going after anybody who had a business plan centered around them. And this surprised people when they were running back in 2020. They did not run on, we're going to crack down on cryptocurrency. And yet that's the way they behaved. So taking them out, I think, has been a big relief. People now are no longer looking at the idea that you won't be able to trade cryptocurrency without getting the SEC crawling down your throat.
Just to pause one moment. Gary Gensler at DC apparently was very much opposed to cryptocurrencies.
That's absolutely right. And that was one of the things that was really holding back cryptocurrencies.
Now, let me ask you guys this question. Who's responsible for supporting the people that put Gary Gensler in charge? Shout out to Jay Bird. Jay Bird says, what are you all's opinions on crypto baskets? If you're talking about those crypto baskets on crypto.com, I think it's a great idea. And I think the Solana one and the meme one, those are the ones that I'm going to be getting, because they're running a special right now. Because as you guys know, crypto.com gives away money. You know what I'm saying? But Jay Bird, shout out to Jay Bird. Jay Bird came over to the other stream so he could drop questions and get some answers from the chat. So help him out, chat. Shout out to Carlton, bro. That's facts. Carlton says, because with money comes power and responsibility. People want to be big babies for eternity. Facts. If you guys agree with Carlton, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
We're seeing it in Bitcoin, in stocks, is really a surprise rally. People, remember, we went through this once before the show. The CFOs of the world, a lot of the business leaders did not, the people thought Trump would win, but a lot of the business leaders did not think Trump would win. So what we're seeing is a rally as everybody suddenly realizes an upside that they didn't see coming.
By the way, Gary Gensler of the SEC announced today that he is going to step down from the SEC effective January 20.
Well,
so he's sort of gotten the message that this is...
When did he announce that?
Today, a couple hours during our show.
Wow.
We were on our show when he announced it, Larry.
How about
so again, you sort of have this feeling that, you know, people in crypto and sort of want a new regulatory regime. It's sort of that overall lower regulation that maybe allows people like Brian Armstrong of Coinbase to meet with the president.
So just take a deep breath for one moment. Later in the show, we're going to run a wonderful interview I had with Ted Cruz, Senator Ted Cruz, who's a great friend of ours. We taped it about an hour or so ago. And he's a big cryptocurrency advocate. And he mentioned in the course of this interview that he was a crypto miner or he owned crypto mines.
I mean, like, this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, Ted Cruz is a cryptocurrency miner. He owns cryptocurrency mining equipment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, what are we talking about here?
And I said, gee, that's wonderful. But when I said that, I realized I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm going to steal your line. It's a bunch of servers, big air conditioning, and it's all electronic.
Right. So what you do is you set up a giant server farm, and then you have to have a lot of air conditioning because it gets very hot. But what that means is you need a lot of electricity.
Right.
The AI revolution, the cryptocurrency all require a lot of electricity. We need to be energy abundant and energy dominant. That's
How many times have I talked about energy abundance and energy dominance? Let me ask you guys this question. In your election content, did you all listen to anything about energy dominance or energy dependence or any of this kind of, like, these are things that are important that most normal people are having conversations about that literally were completely purposefully omitted from the discourse online. I'm not trying to be funny, man, but for a lot of people that got their content from social media for the 2024 election, if you ask me, you should feel that you've been cheated. You know what I'm saying? You should feel that you've been cheated.
another reason, I think, frankly, that we're seeing these rallies, because people say the war on fossil fuels that was waged by the Biden-Harris administration is over and the American people want it and we get to have energy again.
So they're self-reinforcing. So on the one hand, Mr. Trump does not wish to overregulate cryptocurrencies, okay?
Right.
On the other hand, he does wish to produce more energy, electricity especially, could come from natural gas, at lower cost. So that would be good for the cryptocurrency miners.
Yes.
That would also be good for that would also be good for the blue collar boom, and that would also be good for better take-home pay after inflation.
Let's talk about the real wages, right? So that's
better take-home pay. Look, the last video. Who's gonna eat good under Trump? This is what I'm saying. It's not rock. None of this stuff is rocket science, man. You know what I'm saying? None of this stuff is rocket science.
the network is the affordability crisis. You talk about that all the time, Larry.
I coined the phrase.
You coined the phrase. You also coined my King Dollar phrase. So I'm coining a lot of things from you. But look, when you think about the way it can impact people at home,
right.
Lower energy, as you mentioned, as long as my pay outpaces inflation, I may not need prices to go back. I just need to be taking home more than inflation.
John, just, okay, that's a very important point. And I think people at this point believe Trump. You know, Trump in his victory speech, and said it on the campaign trail, promises made, promises kept. That was one of his key themes in the last few weeks of the campaign, along with success will end the divisions and unite the country. But I think at the moment, certainly the stock market is signaling, flagging to everybody. They believe they're going to be ready. They believe that President believe that we'll get more electricity and power at lower cost and so forth. And I guess they believe him certainly on the cryptocurrency front. So I'm just saying the market is, in a sense, validating so far, looking at the transition. And there's some big jobs that have yet to come. But I think we'll hear about Treasury and NEC and OMB in either hours or days, something like that. But the market buys it. That's what I'm getting at. It seems to is buying it.
That's right. Look, and if you look at surveys of public opinion, you'll find way up since the election, particularly among young people and particularly among people who have lower incomes. They thought they were in for a raw deal. They know how bad affordability really crunched them. They can't buy houses. They can't afford cars. They can't afford to just turn on the lights in their own houses and apartments. That has shifted dramatically in all of the polls. Shows 18 to 20. Now they have net favorabilities for both Trump and Vance. And when you ask them, how do you be better? Yes, about a third of them say, well, I think I'll be around the same. But that's a lot better. Just a few months ago, those numbers were reversed, where more than half said, I'm going to be worse off.
And I'm so interested, Taylor. I know you follow this very carefully. The vast majority of economists are telling us how bad the Trump policies are. And there's going to be sky-high inflation because of his tariffs. And, oh, my gosh, he might defend the U.S. against unfair trading practices. So now it's the economists against the voters, as John just said, people. Economists against the marketplace. So why don't economists wise up?
Could the models be wrong, right? Garbage in, garbage out. It's my new version of FIFO in life, right? But the problem is, and I think you brought it up, is you're already seeing it in some of the real people on the ground. So we had the business special earlier, and we interviewed a restaurant owner. So the day after the election, sales doubled. The relief rally was here. The policy has not changed. The
Right.
policy will not change until January.
So, according to this woman here, they interviewed somebody who owns a restaurant, and the day after the election, the revenues that they generated increased. These economic effects. I tried to tell people about these economic effects. Now, whoever this individual is that has that restaurant, they got a little bit of extra money from that increase in revenue that next day. They could have took that, bought some cryptocurrency with it. That could have compounded. These things are not that difficult.
20, but that sense of relief. We talk about consumer confidence all the time, right? It was high, so high during Donald Trump. The big gains you've seen in consumer confidence right now are coming from future expectations, not present conditions. That is the hope on the horizon that we hope Donald Trump can bring.
I mean, John, economists are just totally out to lunch. Still like cryptocurrencies. Right. I mean, they're very dour a lot when it comes to that. And it's I mean, Friedrich Hayek wrote, the great Austrian economist who taught at the University of Chicago for many years, won a Nobel Prize in 1976, if I'm not mistaken. And he argued for competing currency to keep the Federal Reserve and other central banks honest. The crypto revolution could be a competing currency.
Absolutely.
That would be a good thing, would it not?
It would definitely be a good thing. You do want to have competing currencies. You don't want central banks becoming too complacent on the excesses of central banking, which a competing currency and a cryptocurrency could provide. You'll be much, much better off. The economists have been out to lunch. I think they're going to be humiliated. Still, they already have been. They're also saying there's massive inflation. Just yesterday, the Walmart had their earnings call, and there were headlines saying Walmart says they're going to raise prices. That's wrong. Walmart did not say they're going to raise prices. Walmart didn't become Walmart by being a price taker. They are going to go, if a tariff is affecting them, they're going to go to the manufacturers wherever they are.
Shout out to Jay Bird. Jay Bird said, how do you all feel about Mana, Gala, Pole, which is the new ticker for Polygon, Pepe, and XRP? I plan on focusing on these along with the basket. What do you guys think? Let them know in the comment section.
And say, get yourself out of China. We want to buy your stuff cheaper. We are going to currency shift. China's currency is going to go down, or the probably strengthen. There will be no higher prices because of the.
You know that the economist fraternity community is kind of like that woman who did the poll for Iowa. Right? I don't remember her name. Maybe it's best that no one remembers her name. She was. She said +3 for Kamala.
Yeah.
And Trump carried the state by 13, I think. Yeah. And then she promptly resigned after the deal. So maybe all the economists ought to resign. I'm being a little cruel here.
You are.
I thought I'd put that in.
I love sort of the institution of economics because that's where I got my start. But I do agree that business model no longer works when you're fundamentally out of touch with how people feel and how we deal on the ground. And guess what? We tried tariffs in 2016 and they worked. They worked so well that Biden didn't reverse many of the tariffs. Right. And guess what? Trump did it with 1.6% inflation on average, virtually nothing. So if we can do it once, maybe he can do it again.
Thank you very much. Taylor Riggs.
Don't hate all the economists.
No. Oh, no,
some of them.
It's not personal. It's not personal. It's just incidental. Yes, Taylor, the Big Money Show, along with her co-host, Brian Brenberg and Jackie DeAngelis. That plays weekdays, 1 p.m. Eastern, right here on Fabulous Fox Business.
All right, so there's that. All right, so let me see what we got next. Let me see how much more we got. Got a little bit. Let me see. Let me see here. What we're going to do is we're going to close this out for right now, and we're going to pick this up tomorrow because I got some new stuff that I want to put with this and reorganize it and talk about some other price predictions. We're going to talk about Ripple. We're going to talk about Polygon. We're going to talk about Atom. And we're going to talk about DOT and Solana. All right. So shout out to everybody who is here. I appreciate you guys. on BLR. This will be on members only. If you're not subscribed to Tales from the Cryptocurrency, make sure you subscribe to Tales from the Cryptocurrency. The stream tomorrow will be in the exact same format. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
walk up in this life. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this bitch like, hey. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey. I'm really him. Don't believe me? Come and see me. Got 3 wishes from my genie. Now I'm on your local TV. Y'all on tour, got demons. Say she wanna come and see me when I'm in a local city. I'm like, pause though. Please step aside so they can see me. And I walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. I'm the realest from my city. That's on my knee, that's on Kiwi, that's on mamas. Nigga, don't believe me, come and see me. I been dodging all that face. All these niggas working broke, but I been getting paid. All that know me from the street. Flexing for what feature, that's like every other week. Talk behind my back, I kick my feet up, have a seat. Cause at the end of the day, all these watching me as I walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this light. Hey. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey, I'm really him. Hold up.